You can get something called the Duchesse, which comes with hot dog, ground beef, onion, tomatoes, mushrooms, and melted cheese. I think we're going to order that next. That to me is not a real poutine. It's quite tasty, but it's almost like unrecognizable as a poutine. You think so? It's poutine al forno.
No, it's crossed ethnicity.
It's crossed the line into yes, into non-poutine area.
Yeah.
Yes. You shouldn't melt cheese on top of poutine. Let's just say that.
Oh.
Mind you, we're eating it, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you should not melt cheese on top of poutine.
No, it's a rule. I'm going to make it a rule.
Yes, it should be.
Here we are in Warwick. Warwick is a town of 5,000 people, and it is famous for dairy. It's cows, milk, cheese. That's what this town is about. And it's also about poutine because of the famous ingredient, namely cheese curds. And we're looking in the fromagerie, which is a well-known landmark here, at the cheese section, and they have these unbelievable soft cheeses. 3 for $15. I've seen these in big cities for $15 each. The most delicious cheese tastes like brie, camembert, that kind of thing. So Warwick is really cheese central, and it's also where reputedly or disputably poutine was invented. We are trying to get to the bottom of this, and we will. And this is the last poutine of the day. I think I've poutined out, but I couldn't resist trying this one. This is called poutine galvaude. I have no idea what that means, but it's chicken, cheese curds, peas, of course French fries, and of course gravy. Would you say this is a knockout?
It's very ordinary.
I don't call it a knockout compared to the other ones we've eaten.
No.
Well, the cheese curds save it because the chicken is second rate. But the sauce is very good.
Yeah.
I think the Super Max was fantastic.
Yes.
With the beef and stuff on it. And the gravy, that was the best one. The dégustation de poutine.
Yes.
The dégustation was the big hit of the day.
Yeah.
Roi le Giuseppe in Drummondville.
Yeah.
Probably the originator of poutine, but not definitely. That plot is not solved. We are working on it. We are finding the first customer who ever ordered poutine in Quebec. I promise you that's my next step, and I'm going to speak to this man and find out if it was indeed Warwick or Drummondville. But I am going to get to the bottom of this mystery tonight when I phone a Monsieur Eddie Lanès. Now, Etienne, I've come here for a reason to ask you a favor.
Okay.
When I was near Warwick, actually in Victoriaville at Max Poutine, Claire, Eric's girlfriend, went and talked to some older men who were sitting there in the restaurant, and she spoke to them about what we were doing, that we were looking for the origin of poutine. And if you can believe this, one of them was a friend of the first customer ever to eat poutine. So his name, he's in all the documentation that I've read. His name is Eddie Lanès, and he must be an elderly gentleman, and he works in the air conditioning business. And this fellow took the phone book and looked up his phone number. So I have his phone number in Warwick.
Okay.
And I would like to call him, and I would like you to speak to him in French and ask him if it's true that he ate the first poutine. Well, the big moment has arrived. Etienne, my brother's friend here who lives in Montreal and speaks fluent French, is going to call Mr. Eddie Lanès in Warwick, possibly and probably the first man, person, human being ever to eat poutine in Canada.